A 300 bhp high-performance engine, aggressive RS styling, and a short fuse. Can you handle it? The Ford Focus RS, December 2008. This is the launch brochure for the Mark II Ford Focus RS, UK market, 6 pages. By late 2008, Subaru and Mitsubishi had spent a decade making the case for four-wheel drive. Ford's answer was front-wheel drive, and the engineering anxiety required to make front-wheel drive feel like a decision rather than a compromise. This brochure is that anxiety made print-ready. The cover gives you the rear corner of the car in ultimate green. Not the front, not the face. The rear spoiler, the taillights, and the RS badge. Chrome and blue script on that particular shade of green which sits somewhere between aggressive and deeply impractical. Up top, in small type, Ford Focus RS. Feel the difference. Then the Ford oval. Nothing else. The spread that follows opens the brochure's argument. 3 sections of copy arranged down the left column, 3 macro photographs of components, and, filling the right half of the page entirely, the car itself. Front 3/4, side profile, rear 3/4. Shot in ultimate green against what appears to be a quarry or an industrial wasteland rendered tasteful by a long lens. The first section is headed simply, RevoKnuckle. To reduce unwanted torque steer, the Ford Focus RS uses a clever version of the McPherson strut front suspension with a newly developed RevoKnuckle. The system increases grip and maximizes power by reducing the sensitivity of the wheels to acceleration and braking loads. The photograph beside it is a close-up of the component itself. Grey cast metal, machined surfaces shot against black. It looks like something recovered from a larger machine, which is more or less what it is. The second section, high-performance braking system. The new Ford Focus RS stops as well as it goes. Massive 336mm ventilated front discs and uprated calipers deliver powerful, progressive feel while dissipating heat for confident, fade-free performance. The word massive is doing considerable work here. The disc itself, photographed in close-up, is large. It is, in fairness, massive. The third section, unique sports suspension. Special sports springs and dampers, an uprated rear anti-roll bar and 40mm wider track keep the Focus RS's body under tight control against the forces of cornering, acceleration and braking. Retuned steering provides instant response and precise feedback. What this page is saying, in aggregate, is that they have spent considerable engineering effort preventing this car from behaving badly. The brochure presents this as a selling point. It is correct to do so. The dominant image here is the car again, this time front 3/4, parked and lit dramatically from the side against a misty forest background. It may be a misty forest rally stage. To the right, the headline, set above the body copy in small text, by enthusiasts, for enthusiasts. Then, in a separate block, a 300 bhp high-performance engine, aggressive RS styling, and a short fuse. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? The engine section follows. Powered by a heavily revised 2.5-litre Duratec 5-cylinder engine, the Ford Focus RS is one of the fastest hot hatches ever. A strengthened engine block and pistons, new camshaft, revised cylinder head, new turbocharger with increased boost levels, and a high-efficiency intercooler promise a sub-6-second 0 to 62 mph sprint. Mated to a 6-speed, close-ratio manual transmission, this exceptional engine delivers 300 brake horsepower, 305 PS, at 6,000 RPM, and a mighty 440 Nm of torque, all the way from 2,250 to 4,500 revolutions per minute. Then, occupying its own section with a headline of considerable ambition, Quaife Automatic Torque Biasing Helical Limited Slip Differential. By biasing power to the wheel with the most grip, the Quaife ATB Helical LSD provides smooth, consistent traction without compromising steering control. Getting the power to the ground more efficiently means minimal loss of straight line or cornering grip, and also eliminates the need for electronic traction aids. That last clause, eliminates the need for electronic traction aids, is worth sitting with for a moment. In 2008, this was a statement of mechanical philosophy. Within a few years, it would become a statement of nostalgia. The heading reads, "A Legend Returns." We didn't begin with a clean sheet of paper. We began with 40 years of performance heritage. The exhilarating new 305 PS Ford Focus RS, Ford Rally Sport for a new generation. The interior photograph occupies most of the page. Cockpit shot, right-hand drive, the green bolsters of the Recaro seats catching the available light. It is a functional interior that has been photographed to look purposeful rather than merely practical. The effect is largely achieved. Below, 3 small photographs, the car in each available colour, ultimate green, frozen white, performance blue, each paired with its corresponding Recaro seats. The Ford Focus RS is offered in 3 body colours, ultimate green with Recaro sport seats and green fabric side bolsters, frozen white and performance blue, both with Recaro sport seats and blue fabric side bolsters. The seat bolsters match the car. This is presented without irony. The final page is, in its entirety, technical specification. Dense columns of equipment lists, a fuel and performance table, and a paragraph of legal text at the top, presumably in the smallest allowable font. The performance table yields the following: 305 PS, 440 Newton meters, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds. Top speed, 163 miles per hour. Urban fuel consumption, 21.1 miles per gallon. Elsewhere on the page, a certification badge for something called Allergy-Tested Interior AI Materials. The copy explains that interior materials have been selected to minimize the risk of allergic reactions and meet the requirements of the TÜV Toxproof criteria catalogue. The document closes with a fuel recommendation. Ford recommends BP, and the Ford Motor Company address, Brentwood, Essex. What this brochure could not have known in December 2008 was what it was actually documenting. Not just a product launch, the end of an argument. When the Mark III Focus RS arrived in 2016, it had 4-wheel drive. The industry had concluded that beyond 300 brake horsepower, the mechanical case for front-wheel drive became too costly to make and too compromising to sell. The Mark II is remembered as the final proof of concept, a car that did something improbable through mechanical elegance rather than electronic compensation. The Focus RS that follows it has more power, more traction, more technology. It is never again asked whether you can handle it.